Okay guys, today we're going to be looking at what do you do if your cube has pictures on it. Now, it's pretty straightforward figuring out, the differences of what you're going to do, but it can be a little tricky, and there was a few things I had to figure out for myself. So I just thought I'd kind of do a quick video on the situations you might see there. And I just want to say that I'm not going to be going through, all the steps and everything in this video. This video is more or less assuming that you already know how to solve a 3x3, but what's going to be different about a cube with pictures on it. So that's my goal with this video. So as you can see, I've got this Florida State cube, and that's what I'm going to be using as my example. So I apologize, Gators fans. Let's see how many nasty comments you leave down there, but it is what it is, so I'm sorry. But I do have this Florida State cube, and you can see that I have both situations that you might see. Sometimes each piece has the same picture on it, which we have a couple examples of that. And you want them to all be facing the same way. And then you sometimes have a cube that has this on it, where the entire side makes a picture. And so those are the two things that you kind of need to look out for. Here's another example where it all makes a picture. So I'll go over that in this video. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and mix it up and we'll get started. Okay, so we're mixed up pretty well here. If you've seen any of my other videos, you know that I like to start with the white face. And so the first step is going to be to make the white cross, and the white face in this case is the side that has all the little Seminole mascot heads. So to begin with, don't worry about the pieces being lined up with their centers, and let me show you what I mean by that. So I've got a Seminole head with a FSU. Here's the FSU center, so I'm going to move it down, move it over so it's matched up, and then move it up. Now, right now, I'm not going to worry about if these two are the same, facing the same way. You can see that these two are backwards. That's okay. We'll fix that later. The only thing that we want to worry about is this middle piece. See, I don't want this to be here because the middle piece is different from this piece. So all I'm going to do is just take the one that I just did and move it down. And now I'm going to rotate the top so that when I move that back up, it's now facing the same way. So you can see that when I get all the Seminole heads on this side, the Rubik's will be turned the same way. Okay, so I wanted to make sure that that was right, but I'm not worried about this right now. Okay, so let's do another one. It just so happens that this edge piece is already matched up with its centerpiece, and it's already turned the same way, so we're good on that one. So I'm just going to move it up. Okay, now here's another edge piece. This one has the spear, so I'm just going to move that down and match it up with the spear, and then bring that up. And then I need to fix the one that I moved down, so I'll fix it. And the last one will be the Seminole head with the helmet, so I'm going to move it to the bottom, match it up with the helmet center, and move it up, and then fix the one that I moved down. Okay, so cross is complete. This center is facing the way that it needs to so that it all looks correct. Now we're going to fix these. Okay, so find one like this where the center is turned differently from this one, and all you have to do is move it all the way to the bottom, move the piece out of the way, and then just rotate that centerpiece so that when you bring it back, they're matched up. And now move it back to the top. It's that simple. As I said before, this one's already good, so we don't need to worry about that. Okay, this helmet side is not good, so let's move it down, move this out of the way, and rotate that centerpiece so that when I move it back, they're good. And bring it back up. And the spear is already good. So you can see that now we have the cross completed and all the centerpieces are turned the same way. So now we're ready to move on. Okay, so next we're going to get all the corners in the right spots. And again, I'm not going to go over how to do all of this. I do have a tutorial video on the 3x3, so if you need to look at that as a refresher or whatever, you can go back and check that one out. So I'm just going to do this off camera, but what I'm going to do is go ahead and finish out this first layer, and I'm going to go ahead and after I flip it over, go ahead and do the center layer as well, because that is just the same as you would do with the 3x3. And then when I come back, we'll have just the last layer to do. Okay, so as I said, I've already got the first two layers done, and this last layer is going to be, there's just one thing that you need to look out for with a cube with pictures on it, and that's going to be this last centerpiece. Now the solve itself is going to be the exact same as a 3x3, so really there's only one of two things is going to happen. Either this is going to come out right, or it's going to be flipped upside down. So it looks like mine's probably going to be flipped upside down, so that's good, and I'll go ahead and show you what to do. So again, you should already know how to do the 3x3. You're either looking for the dot, the line, or the L, and it just so happens I have the line. So I'm going to do the algorithm to go ahead and finish out the cross. And there you go. Okay, so I have my cross done. Now I'm just going to go ahead and do my edges. Okay, so I need to flip these two. Okay, those two are now good, and these two are already good, so I don't need to flip those. So now I'm going to go ahead and get my corners in the right spots. And looks like I'm going to need to do this algorithm twice to rotate my corners. Okay, looks like they're all in the right spots now, so now I'm just going to go ahead and orient. All four of my corners are oriented wrong, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. Okay, there's two. Do the third one, and the last one. And unfortunately for this video, it actually came out to already be solved. So you can see that really the only thing that I had to look out for was orienting that first center as I was doing the cross, and then just orienting these with their respective centers. And then when I solved the rest of it, it already came out to be good. So what I'll do is I'll go ahead and get this flipped, as if, you know, a lot of times that's what happened. Probably 50% of the time this will be flipped, and I'll show you what to do then. Alright. Okay, so here's what I wanted you to see. You can see that in this case, the middle piece just happened to be flipped around backwards. Okay, so again, the rest of the top layer solve, you know, just do that regular. If this happens to be flipped around backwards, the only thing you're going to have to do is the edge swap algorithm. So it really doesn't matter which way you hold it. I'm just going to hold it like this, and I'm going to do the algorithm to flip these, but I'm going to do it twice. Alright, so let's go ahead and do that. Okay, now I'm not going to rotate the cube. I'm going to leave it just like it was. I'm going to do that algorithm one more time. Okay. Now what that did was that flipped it around. Now I'm still going to have to rotate and orient these corners now. So let's just do that again. Let's see if any of them are in the right spots. I don't think they are. Okay, so I'm just going to do the corner rotation. Doesn't matter which way I held it there. Now let's see if any of them are in the right spot, and this one is. So I'll hold it right there and do that rotation one more time. Okay, now they're all in the right spot, and I just have to orient these two. So just do that just as you always would. And looks like we have it. You can see now it makes the picture as it's supposed to. So pretty simple. I want to say again, please understand, this is not a tutorial on how to solve the 3x3. I have already done that in another video. This was just what to look for if you have pictures. Okay, so please don't leave a bunch of hateful comments because I didn't explain things thoroughly enough. But I think I did explain how to do the picture stuff thoroughly enough. But anyway, it's pretty easy. So thanks for watching. I appreciate it. If you support my channel, please like and subscribe and leave me a comment below, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care.